Hi everyone, we're here in West Palm Beach at Woodlawn Cemetery, and although the weather here is beautiful today, I wanted to talk to you about an event that took place here nearly a century ago, the Okeechobee Hurricane of 1928. It was one of the deadliest hurricanes in recorded history in the North Atlantic Basin, and the third deadliest hurricane in the United States, only behind the 1900 Galveston hurricane and Hurricane Maria. You've likely never heard about it, but the hurricane killed about 2,500 people in the United States. Now, most of the fatalities occurred here in the state of Florida, and especially about 50 miles from here at Lake Okeechobee. It was the only major hurricane of the 1928 Atlantic hurricane season. So about midday on September 13th, the storm strengthened into a Category 5 hurricane and made landfall in Puerto Rico, and it remains the only tropical cyclone on record to strike the island at a Category 5 intensity. The storm made landfall near West Palm Beach early on September 17th with winds of 145 miles per hour. Here in the city, more than 1,711 homes were destroyed, but the effects were most severe around Lake Okeechobee. In Florida, although the hurricane's destruction affected everything in its path, the death toll was by far the highest and the aftermath was the worst in the really poor areas around the low-lying ground near Lake Okeechobee in towns like Belgrade, Chosin, South Bay, and Bean City. Around 75% of the fatalities were among migrant farm workers, most of whom were black. After the hurricane ran through here, it was the black workers who did most of the post-hurricane cleanup work. But the local authorities reserved the few caskets available for the burials for the bodies of the whites. White victims received a formal burial service in a mass grave here at Woodlawn Cemetery in downtown West Palm Beach. This is the only mass grave site to receive a timely memorial. Let's go visit that memorial right now. Here it is. Memory of those citizens of Palm Beach County who lost their lives in the storm of 1928. And this is a mass grave right here. In stark contrast, the bodies of the black victims of the hurricane were burned in funeral pyres or thrown into mass burial sites right here and at Port Mayaca. The historical marker added to the memorial site in 2003 on the 75th anniversary of the storm. Robert Hazard, who is a resident of West Palm Beach, established the Storm of 28 Memorial Park Coalition to fight for the recognition of the black victims of the storm. So in 2000, the West Palm Beach burial site was reacquired right here by the city of West Palm Beach, and plans for construction of a memorial began. The site was listed on the U.S. National Register of Historic Places in 2002, and a state historical marker was added in 2003 during events to commemorate the 75th anniversary of the hurricane. Zora Neale Hurston, a famous African-American author, explored the effects of the hurricane on black migrant workers in her 1937 novel, Their Eyes Were Watching God. It was her best-known work.